is ideal debt equity ratio in broad age buckets?
See, ideally, when you're young, yeah, this is the calculation. As I told you, I am 40 years old. And if I want to retire early, I need to take an equity exposure. Yeah. If there is another colleague of mine who decides to work for another 20 more years, he can take a little bit more exposure there. Yeah. Point number one. So ideally, the debt exposure increases when you grow older. Simple. When you're young, your equity exposure is more. When you're older, your debt exposure goes up. There's a rule which says that 100 minus your age should be your equity exposure. Supposing if you are, 30 years old, 100 minus 30 is around 70, should be your, equity exposure. If you're at the age of 60, 100 minus 60, which ideally means that you can take around 40% of equity exposure. That's the general thumb rule. That thumb rule is good, but it depends upon individuals. I still have a 93-year-old investor who is investing in our balance, one of our dynamic asset allocation funds, where he is taking an equity exposure. Ideally, because of the thumb rule, he should not have invested even a single rupee into markets. Yeah. So that's something which is different. So the risk is something which you have to assess into individuals and then do that. Yeah. Ideally, it is known as asset allocation. Asset allocation is putting the right amount in the right asset, which assets are like your gold, equity, and debt are three general assets. You definitely have real estate, which also have to be accounted when you do a financial planning. So a holistic financial planning is very, very important rather than doing a generalistic financial planning. Today, what we see in Excel and all generalistic financial planning, which is very, very common, that anything can be, but you need to do a holistic financial planning which will take into account on all your assets and liability to assess your net worth, and from there what ideal should be you investing is very, very important. Yeah.